my shoulder. You got a vision. Jumping in the bed with two dark teeth, man. Who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad. You too. Dripping my swag. You about tag on. I got it in the bag, man. I'm getting all type of cash. I'm a general true.
Hey, I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now it in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. Shorty wanna me cousin wearing gold. I came up and made it happen, I was by the stove. Big inside this cases once do me dirty, I'ma find you lay your out on the floor. 19 with a I got rich by myself, rather do this alone. I wasn't asking for no help, they keep asking how I'm winning with the card that I was dealt. Boy, I work hard for the seat and I ain't buckling my belt. Call my brother on the phone, he said broski you a star. I said brother hold it down, soon we'll all be living large. And it's crazy how last year was on my garage. Now I'm in a good position for this life, can't sabotage. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now it in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Detroit Lions. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. First and 10. Knight. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Looking to throw on second down. Knight stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down. Makes it manageable now.
To throw on third down. Knight. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
All right, now look at 56. Look
From the gun, Knight buying time to his left. This one complete to Theo Riddick. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And give him a gain of 37.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. No, check, Patriot.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. He'll get it up the middle. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Oh, he's going backwards. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. Then he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Johnson, the intended target. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Leopard!
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
There are so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
Watching that, Barney! Watching that, Barney!
Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
To throw on 2nd down. Knight being chased out left. Fights loose. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Operating from the gun. Knight steps away to his left. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. That had disaster written all over it. You've got a right-handed quarterback rolling left and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Gun!
Back to throw here. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out. They're going to look to throw. He's got his man. This is Tate. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. And he'll be out right at the 35. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Lions will take over. So here come the Lions now. You know, Charles, season winding down. Time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Finds Roberts left side. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now it's the backup Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
From the gun, Knight. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Barkley, toss play left. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
Lucky 56. Over.
They're going to try and throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher.
We're rolling.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he's taken down inside the 30. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage, and that's exactly what he got done there.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Detroit!
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Here we go now.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Knight. Throw left side complete. That's Roberts. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 yards through the air and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Set! 20! Big 20!
Now a handoff. Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, Knight, flush to his right. This will be caught at about the 5. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They come out here in the eye.
No. Check. Patriot. Watch him now, Barney. Over.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Nick Bawden, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are in for 6. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a 4.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. New York set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing.
And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down. 41 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
He got 29 yards that time. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now a toss right to Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Rosas good with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Stafford on 1st down. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. 2nd down, here's an option right. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. As they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Knight. It's caught, Jones. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards for number 11.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Here we go now. Green.
Throwing on first down. Knight. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Set. 3-19. 3-19. Over. Detroit. Gone.
To throw again. Knight. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Check. Here we go, check it loose. All right, now, lucky 56. Detroit. Gone.
On first down, Knight. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. Knight. That is caught at the 7. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it.
Detroit! Gone!
The final shot before break. Knight. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The money, it's good. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Giants. In for the score. And the Giants are in for 6.
We've sat in a lot of meetings, and they always talk about the offense taking advantage of beginning a half. So special teams coaches don't listen to that. They want to take advantage with their own unit, and they just did.
Yeah, they trailed in the locker rooms, and they changed that immediately.
I think they drew that one up special. That felt like something he pulled out of his pocket that he'd been holding for a while, and they were able to use it effectively.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that.
And this will be caught at the 30. It's a big play there for the Lions. 47 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
To throw on 2nd down. Knight dancing to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
On 3rd and 2, Knight escaping the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down at the 2. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll go to Barkley again. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete.
But the fans should be applauding this defense right now. That's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys in great field position, probably near midfield or better.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And taken right at the 35. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Caught on the right side by Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They pitch it out to Johnson. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
To throw on 3rd down. Knight. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, there's something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very solid gain of 27.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Back to throw now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. The tackle there by Richard Sherman. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Giants on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Looking to throw on second down. Knight. He hits Riddick underneath. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Knight escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue,
To throw on second down. Knight, the left side completion to Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And that is incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone would pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 3rd down, Knight. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Set. 280. 0.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. It's Barkley on the counter. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Lucky 56. Gone.
They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain of 32 that time. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. So the solid run on 1st, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all on your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you try to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Gone.
And they let their fullback try and push the pile. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. They'll run forward Goldman. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
He
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Knight. Roberts with it over the middle. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A nice gain of 21 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Detroit!
To throw on 2nd down. Knight buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, Michael Roberts, there. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Gone! Watch him now, Barney! Gone!
To throw on 3rd down. Knight. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Tackle made by Montravius Adams.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Hot!
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Down 4 late, got to go for it here on fourth down.
Hurry up, here we go! 319! 319! Hot! Hot!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw. Deep depth. And this is caught inside the 5. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
And there's a chance for them to end the game. An incompletion, it's probably over. But how big was that one, though, to keep this game going?
That's the conversion of the game right now, no doubt. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Over! No, check! Patriot! Patriot! Over!
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Second and goal from the 1.
Over!
They come out here in the I. They'll run for it with Anderson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. C.J. Anderson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Now an important extra. Prater for the extra point. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Watch it now, Marty! Marty! Over!
He's back to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
The Giants on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught. Shepard. And he'll be taken down all the way inside Detroit's 20. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll look to throw. Caught right side, Tate. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Giants on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 19. Looking to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know, you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post?
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
Now let's go.
Throwing on 1st down. Knight steps away to his left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
So a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out come the Giants. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Flush to his right. It's caught on the right side at Smith. That one goes for 36 yards. Coaches love the rack run after catch, especially here in overtime. Took the short pass, turned it into a big play.
And that's what coaches talk about when they talk to their teams about what overtime means. How many big plays have to be made in order to win a ball game, and which play will be the big play. Short pass turned into a long run. Maybe that's the play that they needed to spring a victory.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. They'll look to throw here on first down. Forced out to his left, and that is incomplete.
I think we can make this one pretty simple. That was a rookie mistake made by the rookie quarterback, trying to force a pass without really using proper mechanics.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. On second down, here's Barkley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And they need 5 yards on third down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
Back to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Giants, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Out, I'll leave Benz, I lost count, cause I'm too up right now. Too up right now. I'm two on one day on my third. I was too broke, now I'm too rich. Trying to catch my third shift. I'm a boy, I'm a gangster. And you a boy, man. Man, we been getting money for a long time. We was out here hungry for a long time. I don't never really have no punchlines. And all you rappers looking like a lunch line. Ooh, right now, I got you. Right now. Nothing, need a Uber right now. Right now, need crew love right now. Cause we two up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Hop out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm